Hello everyone. Welcome to the last Thoughts of a Busy Mind, chapter 183. This one titled Nowruz slash Severance. The reason it is titled that is because I'm going to talk about Nowruz, the New Year, the Persian New Year, and Severance, the Apple Plus TV show. A fair warning, I am still coughing. It seems to have gotten kind of worse than the last week. I don't know why. I mean, I do. I'm living an incredibly unhealthy lifestyle, but just pretend I don't know why. And so, yeah, I will not try. I will try not to cough directly into the microphone, but you will hear me cough. Like I'm feeling one coming right now. Excuse me. Yeah. Wow, it was a twofer. Jesus. I don't know what happened there. It does hurt, not gonna lie. So, my drink today is a glass of water and effervescent vitamin C tablets. So, wow, medical. Hopefully, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And I am getting increasingly more tired and I feel weaker as the cold goes on. But anyways, yes, we are firmly into the year 1404. And by firmly, I mean like a day in. And so far, it has been an interesting year. As I said last week, I do have some plans for the new year. And this week, I tried to solidify some of them. I'm glad some of the things on my long to-do list has been crossed off. A few projects that I was managing completely done and delivered, and I can now clean up my room and put the stuff that were out specifically for those projects back in their place. There are also projects that I feel like I can do now because I feel more creatively juiced up. There's of course the video, which I will be writing the script for shortly, and thankfully I was watching okay, this is kind of related, kind of not, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Last year, when I was making the video for the Asfario I said something. I said that next year I am going to come and pitch a remake for Asfario, which I was under the impression that I should be doing by April 1st. And that was a little bit anxiety-inducing, mostly because of the editing, because the video is going to be unscripted, and I do have the story for the remake all figured out. I know what I'm going to do with the remake. I was worried that, when am I going to have the time to record and edit it? By the way, the recording is especially kind of hard for me now because, as you can see, I am trying really hard not to cough and failing. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. It wasn't like this. I feel like I've gotten worse. I'm gonna do my inhaler thing. Hopefully that will help. Hopefully this will calm me down. Well, as I was saying, so the recording is a little bit of an issue for me right now, but I'm trying to get better and record. I think I'm gonna write Atal Matal Tutule's script first, record it, and then record Asfaria Toto's remake, and then edit them both together. Hopefully that will work. Anyways, and that's another thing. Something else that I want to do, a pet project, is I have a board game in mind. I have a board game idea in mind, and I actually, after a year almost, opened up my notes for that board game and started finishing them. I want a paper test of the game, meaning I want to like cut out paper and do the very basic, like the basics rule sets and things like that, ready, and have a playtest with my friends and see whether or not that works. Because right now I have a lot of ideas and things like that, but I don't know if any of that is going to be plausible, or if genuinely if they are good ideas or not. So yeah, that's another thing. And while I was doing it in the wee hours of the morning, because my sleep schedule right now is a fucking mess, I felt a little bit of something. I enjoy creation. I love creating stuff. I love to be creative. I love to be making stuff. And with the new year right now, we are in our holidays, and genuinely every day for me can be considered a holiday. But there is usually a level of anxiety involved. But Nowruz holiday, the genuine holidays, always has a feeling of freedom. Freedom is better. Feeling of freedom with it. I think it's because everyone else is experiencing it at the same time as me that I feel like, oh, I can relax actually. Things can be okay. I can actually relax and enjoy the fact that I'm free and do some things. I did so much today that otherwise I would have been inclined not to do, because I enjoyed everything I did. I spent a couple of hours just working on the board game thing. Without feeling guilty that I should be doing something else. I played Hades a little bit before uninstalling it because I don't have enough space on my laptop. And I played some games on my and some other games a little bit. I played one last round of Rome Total War before deciding to uninstall it as well, mostly because I did everything I could. I'm in the original Rome Total War, by the way. Sorry, I'm gonna cough again. Jesus. Fuck. Sorry about that. This is not a good listening experience. I'm genuinely sorry about that. And I'm sorry for myself, because fucking hell, coughing hurts. And so yeah, and then I watched Severance, which we will get to very shortly, and did a bunch of talking to people, and none of them made me feel guilty, because I felt like, oh, everyone else is experiencing the holidays the same as me. So nobody is being quote unquote productive, because the allure of productivity, the myth of productivity, that hustle culture myth, that you have to be doing something relating to the things you need to do right now, or else you're wasting your time and you don't know what you're doing, and all of that, is a prominent thing in online cultures. Now, thankfully, I am not in any of them, and I don't know a lot of my friends who are, but they are so big, so ubiquitous, and so everywhere, that even though I'm not directly dealing with them, I'm still in the vicinity of them. They're all encompassing. And so I feel guilty when I do things that are not productive, or in terms of, in a way helping me reaching my long term goals. And fairly recently, I had to clear the cache on my Instagram because the music thing that I whined about last week still was happening. Apparently, it's happening to older accounts. I looked up online, nobody has a fix. Most of them said, like, clear the cache. I didn't work. But I made a new account. Just as I even call it testing, test. And that one worked. And it had more options when doing notes. It had a lot more things to do, and I don't know why. I didn't change my VPN server. I didn't do anything. It just had them. I think my older account is maybe it's because it's a personal account and not a creator account. But then when I turned my crafting account into a personal account, it still didn't have those options. I don't know. It's a mess. I fucking hate it. But anyways, I did that and I had to log back in. And when I did, because I had cleared all the cache and data, the Instagram app, imagine it's the first time I'm using the app, so started putting out all of these tutorials. And did you know? And do you know this? You can do this and that and all of that. And as I said, my account is a creator account, which means I have a professional dashboard, and that includes the Facebook ad thing. Okay. While I was responding to a few reels that have been sent to me, it put a note on top of my messages. Did this message align with your goals? They were trying to sell me ad space, you can advertise your account or shit like that. And I mean, Meta, Facebook, Instagram, it's a soulless corporation. Incredibly messy. We all know that. But that hurt. Like, on a deep level, that hurt me. Because I realized it's a feature because I think a lot of people probably do want a feature like that, or are susceptible to a feature like that. Better said that way. And there are people who will really, really think about that, Did this conversation align with my goal? I just talked to another human being. Did that help my goals, or did I just waste my time not reaching my goals? Now, I know last week I was talking about, it's good to have goals and it's good to work towards them. And it is, but, not everything needs to be there. You need to have a balance. Speaking of balance, let's talk about Severance. Okay. This is a hard cut between the two sections. I'm trying to be spoiler free, but I won't promise anything. Let me do my call to action now. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and comment there and share the episode. If you're on any other app, please do share. If you're on Castbox and Spotify specifically, comments are enabled there, and I do have those apps on my phone, so I will get a notification if you post a comment. And I hope to see you next week. But for Severance, okay, today I saw the last episode of season 2. I had an anxiety about Severance. I do love Severance. I saw the first season and I was like, wow. I saw it last year, by the way. I didn't see it 3 years ago. And when the second season came out, I was like, wow, wow, wow. Then season 2, episode 4 came out. I was like, wow, est, because that episode fucking ruled still. After watching the finale, I think that is probably my favorite episode. And then I think it's the finale, and then I think episode 8, might be episode 8. No, episode 7. Episode 7. That's the next favorite one. The one with Gemma. If you know, you know. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. I had a anxiety about Severance. I've been down this road before. It's a mystery box. Things are weird. You don't know really what is going on. There are clues everywhere, but nothing leading you to a consistent path. And I was having lost flashbacks. I was having, a lot of mystery box flashbacks, that things that looked interesting, but even the creators didn't know what they meant. They just put them in because they were interesting. And it could lead to some bad shit. When the finale was coming out, I was thinking to myself, okay, this is their chance. If they add more shit and don't explain anything, well, they probably are doing a Lost. Because season 1, I can understand. Season 2, up to this point, lots of questions, but there are a lot of clues about what is happening. And, sorry about that. But, okay, finale needs to tell us something, need to answer some long-standing questions. Just give me something to know you are on top of it. And they did. The finale actually does explain a lot of things, a lot more than I was expecting. They explained a lot of things. And even though there's still a lot of questions left, I'm glad to see that the questions are now more nuanced. What will happen to these characters? Okay, what is this in the terms of what is the point of this? You now know what this is. What is the point of it? Because when the season 1 ended, there were a million questions out there. Now there are like 1,000. But we got answers and things made sense. There were actually a lot of connective tissue between the events of the season. So if you watch season 1 after you've seen season 2, a lot of things make sense. And I know because I actually, in trying to find some screenshots to show my friend, because we were talking about the episode and I wanted to show him the guy that they, the security guard from the first season, and there's a line, "Fuck you, Mr. Milkshake," that appears in both seasons. I was trying to find those to send the screenshot because she didn't remember them. During all of that, I was seeing little snippets of the first season, and I was like, okay, no, that I know. Now I know what that is referring to. And goddamn, you knew this was where they were going. Because goddamn. Season 2 was great. I know a lot of people didn't like how slow it was, how seemingly nothing happened, but I think it's a more character-driven story anyways, and we got to know these characters very well. Except Cobell, I have no idea what the fuck is her deal. But aside from that, this is a very good show. And I'm really, really glad that I can now trust it. I know they're not doing a Lost. I know they're not J.J. Abramsing this shit. I know they're going in with a plan now. And as much as the weird shit is the reason you get hooked, there is actually something of substance there to be hooked on. Great show. That's what I'm saying. Great show. And if you haven't seen it yet, definitely do. I mean, I took time out of my Nowruz special to talk about it, so you know it's good. It's really good. Fucking hell was Severance good. Episode 4 was great though. I think that was the greatest. And I will see you all next week.